Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jornay. Back in the building.
Still got work to do, Sam.
6 years later,
Let's not keep people waiting.
still playing Death Stranding. Um, I I made a few Death Stranding videos before on my old page. I think I made a couple of them on this page. Um, I did purchase this title. Uh, I did purchase this title um, back 6 years ago when it was released initially. Um,
Weapons restrictions lifted.
After about maybe a good 2 or 3 hours of playing the first time, I shelved it.
Sam, crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultra deck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
Um,
Okay, just a bit further now.
all right, the rain is here. But yes, I did. We got some BTs. Definitely not my favorite part. Um, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know what I'm trying to make my way to the end of this. Kind of, my heart is kind of racing right now.
Breathe easy, Sam. You're clear of BT territory.
All right.
The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
So, all right, this is, so we've come too far. We gotta head back. But like I was saying, played for about a good 2 hours, shelved it, never went back to it, waited about a year, put it back in, played it for about a good hour, started from the beginning, shelved it. It just didn't grab me. It just didn't. So that went on every year for 6 years, just about. I'm building a PC box here. But that went on every year for, the next 5 years, 6 years. When the Death Stranding 2 release was announced, I was like, wow. Then I started watching some videos. I've seen more videos. So I popped this in, I want to say, so I popped this in. About 3 or 4 days ago, and I said I'm going to power through it because I just kept hearing the same thing. You have to get to chapter 3 or this chapter or that chapter. You got to get your vehicles. You got to do this. You got to do that. And then it'll take hold. So I've been powering through it the last 3 or 4 days to get further than I've ever been. I invaded my first mule camp last night, and once I did that, I was like, wow. I invaded the mule camp. I took a couple mules down. I found the equipment that I had to find. And once I did that, something finally clicked.
Nice.
All right, I got a crystal.
There we go.
But I powered through it. I'm further than I've ever been in the game, and all of a something, all of a sudden, something clicked. And I'm glad that it clicked. I just finished with that BT, and it was definitely intimidating, scary, but I knew just to keep powering through and just try to get past it, which is what I did. And I feel better about it. And now that I'm starting to get a bit of a hang of what needs to go on and these items that I'm looking for to get everything reestablished, something grabbed me finally, and I'm happy that it has. I am gonna pick up my copy of all right, I connected and left. I am gonna pick up my copy of Death Stranding 2 tomorrow from GameStop because it's already paid for. But what I'm not gonna do, I'm not going to my boots is wearing down. Well, I'm not going to start Death Stranding 2 until I finish this one. I'm also not going to I've been more disciplined that way. I said I wasn't going to start Alan Wake 2 until I finished Alan Wake 1 remastered on my Xbox One, but I'm stuck and I got too much other stuff in my backlog, and you know, I haven't installed Alan Wake 2 yet. I have it, but I am going to just watch a short video to figure out everything that's going on as far as Alan Wake. Oh shit. How do we sue BB? Here comes the time fall. I didn't mean it. Timefall. I just feel this impending doom right now, and I don't like it at all, but it's just more BTs, but I'm right here. I think the sun's coming out. All right, but I am gonna finish this before I move on to DS2. I still haven't finished Horizon Zero Dawn, and I've been playing that basically since release day. I have Horizon Forbidden West here. I'm not gonna start Forbidden West till I finish Zero Dawn. So it's certain ones where it's like, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do this, to play this one, until I get to this one. Death Stranding happens to be one of those ones, and I'm happy I made that decision. Very happy I made that decision.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Sam, all Chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from the usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any Chiral crystals you're carrying.
So like I was saying, I'm glad I made that decision. I'm going to stick with that decision. I'm just glad that it finally clicked for me, and I'm still early in the game. I'm not going to try to take a long time. I'm going to try to play this every day for at least an hour or 2 hours every day until I'm finished. And then I'll crack Death Stranding 2 open immediately. And hold on, I'm trying to figure out. I guess these are all the different chemicals. All right, we don't want to claim them. Trying to figure out how to do this now. Deliverance from Lost Cargo here. I just missed the tutorial. So we delivered that cargo. All right, so I think we delivered some crystals here. Okay. So recycle. All right, so we got it. We got it.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated Chyralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Right. So we finished that.
Excess Chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
Camera cargo, nice. 5 hours and 36 minutes in.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
Is it gonna be a weapon? Please be a weapon, a gun.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
There is a correlation between elevated Chyralium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though, local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
All right. So we're gonna make this a video. It's your boy Jordan A. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm retired. I ain't got no job, nothing else better to do.